Hello, and welcome to another special edition of Beyond the Beat. I'm Frank Morello, your host. Joining us in studio today is Director of Operations for the Curtis Family Thanksgiving, Diane Lynch.
Thanks.
Diane, thanks for coming in.
Thank you again for having me.
Yeah, no problem. I can't believe it's already been another year.
Where does the time go?
It's amazing.
Really, I mean, I sound crazy when I say that, but seriously, it seems like just yesterday we were
Right.
sitting here a year ago.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And what I noticed looking back is you guys really start right in the summertime to start prepping for the Thanksgiving event.
We do.
We do. All right. So what are some of the things that you guys do to start prepping?
So what we do basically in the summer is we start with the raffle. So we start reaching out to some of our people that help us every year, Bo's, a bunch of different area restaurants, you know, seeing what people will donate, because what we have to do is we have to print up our sheet and then print up the tickets, and we like to have some information to put on the tickets and then to start circulate them.
Yeah, we were impressed in the office with the list of items.
Yeah.
And for short money, you are helping a great cause, and you could possibly get a great Christmas prize.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a win-win.
It is. It's a win-win, and it's just a great way to, you know, have people, instead of just donating, you know, get a little something, and then people who are unfamiliar with it, you know, hey, you want to buy a raffle ticket, so it works out well that you can just, you know, sell the raffle tickets.
So for people that are unfamiliar with the Curtis Family Thanksgiving, why did this beautiful event start?
It started, this is our 31st year. Yeah. So it started off with Mark Curtis years ago, 31 years ago, had on Thanksgiving Day, he had couple of buddies who had nowhere to go. So he was like, oh, come over to my house and have dinner with us. And then those people came the next year, and then it was just more people and more people.
Now, did his friends, were they starting out because they weren't able to put a turkey on their table, or was there some kind of a void that they were having, or was it just a friendly thing?
It was more just a friendly thing, and, you know, I think they were just single people and, you know, nowhere to go.
Right.
And then it started being people in need that had nowhere to go, and then it just started, you know, growing from there. And then Mark has always been very involved with the seniors of Framingham, and he started getting, you know, people needed meals, and it just started, and oh, well, we'll bring some meals.
So how do people qualify to get a meal?
You don't have to qualify, you just have to ask. So anyone who's watching, you know, can reach out. Or if anybody watching knows of somebody who needs a meal, you can just, you know, email us at curtisthanksgiving@gmail.com. and we will gladly deliver a meal to anyone. And in addition to that, like Meals on Wheels and a lot of the different senior organizations, the Callahan Center, all provide lists to us of people who need it. And like I said, you just have to ask and we will give it to you.
So it's a community effort. Grace O'Donnell down there at the Callahan Center, you reach out to her, and then she's able to put you in some routes and in contact with some people that need some help.
Yes, them and Smock, and it's not just elderly, so it's, you know, anybody. So it had started with elderly, but now it's like shut-in people, people disabled, people who can't get out, people who just don't want to get out. You know, we can you know, deliver a meal to them. Well,
this is very important because, you know, some people may be a little bit nervous to reach out. So to have somebody kind of on their behalf say, hey, maybe you could, that's really nice.
Yeah, and we do get a lot of that. We'll have people, you know, reach out. They'll reach out to me and say, my neighbor, you know, give me the name and address of her neighbor and the phone number, and I know she has nowhere to go. Or, you know, the couple who lives down the street, you know, one of them is sick or might have lost a license or is injured or something, need one. So then, you know, we're like, no problem. So it doesn't matter. You don't have to qualify. You just have to ask, or if someone asks on your behalf.
And so in order for us to get the meals to the homes, we need to prep.
Yes.
So Wednesday night, Access Framingham was down. The Eagles Hall, is it still going to be prepped at the Eagles Hall?
It is, it is. And this year we have all our high school kids back because we don't have the big exciting game we had last year. So we are really lucky that we get so many young people involved, which is what we like to do, and it's been a huge thing for Mark and Karen. And we even get other organizations. We have like the Rotary Club of Framingham, they're big supporters of ours, and the Lions Club, and we actually have a lot of help now from the 200 Foundation.
Correct.
So they do a donation to us, as well as a lot of the members there, and they spread the word, so we have a lot of help from them as well. Yeah.
So now we've prepped everything. Now Thursday, you guys kind of do like a little like buffet line for volunteers to come in, put the food together, and then head out on a delivery route?
Yep. So what we do is when the volunteers get there on Thanksgiving, everyone is given a route, and we try to pair people up. So people with young kids, we try to send them over to Rose Kennedy Lane, and then, you know, older people without kids, we'll send them to like non-elderly stops. Just we try to match everybody up. So yeah, so we set it up as a buffet line, and everyone going through has to fill the containers. So they get in the container, they get turkey stuffing, gravy, cranberry sauce, squash, mashed potatoes, and then Mark makes it delicious. We have homemade turkey soup. We have rolls, butter, pie, cookies.
Everything
so
you could
every meal. And one thing I did want to say is that since we've been, you know, getting a little more advertising and having more people buying tickets and stuff like that, that last year we are so pleased to say that all of the meal deliveries, we were able to deliver 2 meals to every person who got a delivery. So, and especially it's really important for the elderly, because a lot of the services aren't working that weekend, like Meals on Wheels. So everyone who we delivered a meal to got 2. So they got something for the next, although the meals are large themselves, everyone got a meal for the next day. Exactly. And then we were fortunate that a lot of the people that came in, so after the deliveries go out, we flip the room to like a soup kitchen. We set up a big buffet line, and we have all the volunteers passing out the food. We set up all the tables nice with, you know, centerpieces, and people can go through and eat. And then what we like to do is, we were fortunate again last year that we gave everyone a to-go container, and before they left, they got to go through and pack up a meal. And a lot of people have nothing for tomorrow, so the fact that they're leaving with a nice full stomach, and they get to have something for the next day, and it's through all of the people buying raffle tickets, the support of you selling them, and you know, just the word really getting out, that we've been able to really take it up an extra notch and really make a big difference in.
Well, that's huge. I'm glad to hear that.
It is, and we are really happy about that too. And hopefully this year, we're hoping that we'll be able to do that again. So we bring it on. I mean, call us. We can definitely take it on. We can handle it all. So we deliver some to Ashland, a little bit to Marlborough. Some other towns do some stuff, but I mean, if we have somebody that needs something, you know, I'll find a driver to go anywhere.
Well, you heard her first. She said, bring it on.
Bring it on.
So you know where to find us. Please repeat the email one more time.
It's curtisthanksgiving@gmail.com.
So please flood that email with different responses for Diane and her team, whether you want to deliver or you want to come the night before and prep.
Yep.
We'll be looking forward to all that.
And again, if you know anybody who needs one, a neighbor, a friend, somebody you think needs it, reach out to us, because we would love to, and age doesn't matter, whoever it is, and you just have to ask.
All right. Well, thank you very much for coming into the studio today.
Thank you again, and we
Sharing
appreciate all your support and how we're together, you know, able to do even more than we had before.
Well, Access Framingham will be here in the future to help you again.
Great. Thank you so much, Frank.
Thank you. Thanks for coming in. And we want to encourage everybody in the Framingham and the Metro West area to get up, go out, and be inspired.